Hey, friend, welcome back to the podcast. This is podcast episode number, what is it? Well, it's Monday Fire 92. So listen, the podcast that I kind of have planned for today, my team and I come up with content and sometimes the majority of the time I go with the regular scheduled programming. But today I'm looking through my notes and I'm like, you know what, the notes are all fabulous, but I just kind of want to go off of the notes for just a little bit. And so currently we have my Better Way program available, which is at betterwayprogram.com. And it's essentially a course that gives 8 different ways of making money in the online space that are available to basically anybody. And I can tell you those 8 ways if you want them here. But and it's essentially walking people through how they can add revenue streams to their business, or how, if you're just starting a business, how you can get a revenue stream started, etc. And I kind of wanted you to know, though, just my heart in terms of, and if you're watching me on YouTube, you'll see that I've got no notes in front of me. I've pushed it to the side, but I just kind of want you to hear my heart around the program and why we've developed this program. You guys, coming into the online space has changed our life forever. It has changed our life forever and ever and ever. We are now in a position financially that I always prayed that we would be in. But then now to actually be in it, to say that I am grateful is an understatement. Part of my gratefulness is it is accompanied by a feeling of a great responsibility to help show other women a better way of doing business, to help show women that you can have a business that's multi 7 figures a year, still love your family, still be available for them, not working 60 hours a week. I don't even work 40 hours a week. You can do that. Or if you just want to build a business that is smaller, feels more manageable, covers your gas bill and your electric bill and the phone bill every month, do that too, to the glory of God. The internet has changed the playing ground for everyone. It has made TikTokers millions of dollars. It has made it so that stay-at-home moms can be building a business and making money while not having to put their kiddos in childcare. It has made it so that you can be working a 9 to 5, but doing this side gig that's eventually going to become your 9 to 5. The playing field is even right now. It's because the internet and social media has changed everything. Now, listen, unfortunately, the media, or not the media, but the internet and social media, it's gotten a bad rap because the enemy takes anything that was intended for good and perverts it, right? He takes things that were supposed to be good and he somehow twists them and makes them yucky. So is there a lot of crap on the internet? Yes. Is there a lot of yucky marketing and stuff in my arena? Yes. Is there also still so much opportunity and so many things available to us as business owners in the online space? 100%. Is it still the easiest place to build a business? 100%. Is it worth wondering if you're going to get a troll sliding into your DMs telling you you're a knucklehead? It is. I can tell you with 100% certainty that whatever it is that is making you say, you know what, I'm not sure if I'm ready to build a business in the online space, it's not because there are not programs available to you. It's something on the inside of you. And until that thing gets resolved, you'll probably stay right where you're at, which is fine too. But if you're someone who's like, I have an idea, I have a thought, or I have a business that's already going, or I have a brick and mortar that I need to make sure I get in the online space, or I have a network marketing that I want to make sure I add something to, or what else? I have a course that is in my heart, or I have a message that I think I have for the world. The internet makes that possible. And in the year 2021, it's easier than it's ever been before. It's absolutely easier than what it's been before. So here's what you're going to need. You need to figure out what you're going to sell and who you're going to sell it to. You're going to need an online product or something that makes money, and you're going to need people to buy or see that online product so it makes you money. Okay, so there's 8 different ways that my Better Way program teaches you to make money in the online space. Okay, I want you to listen to these. Number 1 is doing courses. I have a course. I have a next level course. I have this Better Way program. Those are both courses that I launch once a year. Digital products and videos. So right now you can find an ebook of mine on Amazon. It's very easy to do, to put together an ebook of recipes, of strategies, of mine is on prayers, of whatever, and put that for sale on Amazon where people can find it and make money from Amazon. You can do DIY videos is what I used to do 5 or 6 years ago. Those are not quite as common now, but that made us $100,000 in 14 months, friends. $100,000 in 14 months. Now I know you're going to say, yeah, Jim, but you had an audience. Okay, sure, I did. But my audience, half of them were DIYers, half of them weren't. So we could go both ways on that argument. Another way of making money in the online space is having traffic. Like, it isn't always necessarily just about followers. Sometimes it's just about traffic. It's about eyeballs. It's about people seeing your stuff. And so if you have a podcast, you could be charging people to place an ad on your podcast. If you have a YouTube channel, you can be, YouTube can pay you to put ads in the middle of that. If you have a Facebook business page and you do Facebook Lives, you can make money by Facebook inserting ads on there. If you have a blog, and I've had a blog, you can go to Jennifer Allwood Home. I've had it for 15 years, and we make, money on that every single month, but people are finding it from Pinterest. So that's a very passive income stream. Okay. Another way of making money, doing sponsored content. A lot of you will remember the days when I used to go into Hobby Lobby and I would shop around their store and they were paying me to do that. I've been paid from Pier 1 to go into their store, TJ Maxx to do a blog post, the At Home store. I've been paid by Nebraska Furniture Mart to go in and do 3 Facebook Lives for them in a series. So in my Better Way program, I'm giving you strategies on how you can be paid, just literally to present things, to be almost like a face of another company, or just a promoter or an ambassador of another company. For those of you who are in the DIY and the painting industries, painting companies are constantly looking for ambassadors who will help promote their products that they can pay a solid rate to, just to get their product in front of a new audience. You can also be making affiliate income. Every time you're on my Instagram stories and you see me do a swipe up, 9 times out of 10, I'm sending you to my blog, which I get paid ad revenue, or I'm sending you to a product, which I'm getting paid a commission on. Affiliate income is a really easy way to make money for somebody that people already come to for, hey, I like your jewelry, I like your glasses, your home decor, whatever. And yes, there's ways of still making affiliate income, even if you don't have the swipe up yet on Instagram. I would love to teach you how to do that. Also, a paid membership group. We have over 2,000 people in my paid membership group at $47 a month. Where we're teaching them how to build an audience, right? But there are so many different paid membership groups out there anymore. There's everything from guitar playing to healthy cooking. I'm thinking about one of the girls I coach right now who does French cooking, to online ministry groups, to people who are talking about, stuff like gardening. Like, there's paid groups for everything. Now, part of you is going to say, well, wait a second. There's free groups everywhere too. Yeah, there are. Go listen to my podcast on why I hate free groups. Don't do a free group. Your knowledge is worth something, my friend. Your time is worth something, my friend. Some of you are already doing things for free that you could be getting money for. One-on-one coaching and consulting. Anytime somebody says, can I pick your brain? Yeah. And you can pick a time on the calendar and a way to figure out how to pay me as well. The days of just allowing people to pick your brain, they're over for a lot of you. You've spent a lot of years, some of you, especially my artist friends, my painter friends, you've spent a lot of years honing your craft, figuring out technique, figuring how to do certain things. And you're a kind, lovely, generous person. And so therefore you feel like you should just give away all your secrets for free. And if you feel like the Lord is leading you to do that, then yes and amen to that. But if not, it's probably because you have a weird feeling about making money inside of you. Because the truth is, I can teach you how to make money. I have very few gifts on this side of heaven. 1 is picking out paint colors. 2 is twirling a baton. 3 is making money. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. I can also make my hair really big. I can teach you how to make money in my Better Way program. The last way that we are talking about in my course is having an online shop of some sort, selling products online. A lot of people are loving the idea of having their own subscription box. They want to have product, but they don't want to have it at their house. They just want to make some extra money. Listen, I don't care if you're just wanting to cover a few bills a month or if you're wanting to build an empire. Either way, it takes 2 things: stuff to sell, people to sell it to. And in my Better Way program, I'm taking you through the 8 ways of making money, the 8 different ways that you can either sell something or you can be generating passive income. because it's lovely if you have followers, but if you don't know how to sell to them, you're in big trouble. And, if you've got products, but you don't have anybody to sell it to, you're also in big trouble. So I would love it if you joined the Better Way program at betterwayprogram.com. I remember, I think it was probably almost 2 years ago now, I did a podcast episode for you guys, and it's one of my most downloaded episodes, and it's called Women, You Have the Keys. And I was reminding you guys of a story of when Jason and I were just flat broke. And we went ahead of the church after church one Sunday or Saturday night. I don't remember what it was. Our church was doing an altar call for people, who needed prayer. And we were in a tight spot. I had recently called into the Dave Ramsey hotline and talked to him. Jason had been laid off. The housing market had plummeted. Jason was in real estate and I worked for builders. So that was a really tough time for us when, his job went down the tubes and a lot of my builders were going under at the same time. And so we were tender. We were hurting, and we went forward at church to have some prayer. And I won't go over that whole story, but essentially the Holy Spirit was asking if we would be willing to go to other states. And I couldn't figure out why my husband was not answering some of the questions that the gentleman praying for us was asking. And I was frustrated and felt like, as the leader of our home, as my covering, my husband should be answering here, and why is he not? And then so I went ahead and answered yes, we'll go to other states. And then I had my pissy pants on because I'm thinking, as the head of our home, he should have been the one that answered. And as God often does, he came back around to me a couple years later and reminded me when I was in Toronto one day of that situation. I was walking through the airport in Toronto, and I was reminded of us being in front of the church with, somebody praying over us, and me wondering why my husband wasn't saying yes, that we would be willing to go to other states for money. And then the Lord was showing me, because Jennifer, I wasn't talking to your husband, I was talking to you. Jason didn't answer because you were the one that was supposed to be answering. You were the one that had the keys to get you out of this financial situation. Ladies, listen, some of you are at home right now. You are nursing a newborn baby. Listen, you're in a season where your focus needs to be there. Some of you are in a season, though, where you're super tight on finances, and God's given you skills, and he's given you ideas, and he's given you some desires. And if fear is what is stopping you, listen, fear is not the boss of you. I've got a book on it. It is not the boss of you. But I want to encourage some of you. You've got talents on the side of heaven. Use them. Charge money for them. You can still be a precious woman of God who loves the Lord and still be charging money for things. I want to help you, because here's what I know to be true. We haven't only changed our immediate family with my business being online in the last 5 or 6 years, but I believe that we've also changed my kids' lives and hopefully their kids' lives as well. And so it's not just for you, it's for the people that you're raising in your home, your kiddos who are watching. And you were a whole person, mama, even before those kiddos. God gave you dreams and skills before kids that you can do in addition to being a good mother. I promise you can. And there's ways of doing it where you're not spreading yourself so thin that your family's paying for your ambition. And so it's the better way of doing business when you're partnering with the Lord and when you're using the gifts and skills that God has given you on this side of heaven, and you're building a business that fits you in your life versus what the world deems as success. So if I can help you with that, please go to betterwayprogram.com. Where I'm teaching people the 8 ways of making money in the online space. So thanks for letting me just kind of talk off the hip today. I'm feeling a little bit spicy, a little bit passionate about the topic. And also I just kind of wanted to ditch my notes and speak from the heart. And if you watch this on YouTube, thank you. I appreciate you. So bless you. I'm going to see a bunch of you in the program. I cannot wait.